How do you make money online in 2019? I'm gonna show you a pretty simple and easy way you can do it. What qualifies me as a person to be able to even teach you how to make money in general? Well, let me give you a little quick backstory of who I am. I've been buying and selling probably since I was 7, maybe 8 years old, in various avenues: garage sale hunting, Goodwill finds, selling at garage sales, selling online, selling in person at Craigslist meetups, and all that sort of stuff. But then I turned that side little hustle into a full-time business, and I opened a buy-sell trade store in Vancouver, Washington, called Showroom Collectibles, and I opened that in 2014. And then I went ahead and actually sold the business in July of 2018. So I ran that business for a little bit over 4 years, 4.5 years or so. And now I'm here today shooting videos and living out my real passion, which is film. But I have an extensive background in buying and selling, and basically how to flip things and make money. And for those of you that try and do the math at home, I'm just about to turn 29, so there's a little bit of background. I've been doing this for easily 20 years, easily. So what I'm going to show you today is how to even make money now online, because there's so many avenues. Things are flooded with different ways that you can do it. But the good thing is everyone's always after something, so there really isn't an over excessive flood of items like YouTube is for videos. If I make a video about the newest camera, the newest iPhone that came out, let's say, there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of videos of the same thing, and people probably are never going to see your video unless you've already established a fan base. But when you're buying and selling stuff, people are always after the best deal, the best prices. So there could be hundreds and hundreds of those items, and people are going to scroll through and try and find it. So I'm going to show you some quick, easy ways that you can do that to make some money with just stuff around your house. I am going to be doing a full actual series of this where I'm taking you from start to finish. I'm going to be doing that with David Foster, I believe. We're still working out some details on that. He's over on Geeks Life. But we're going to be doing a series on how to flip things for profit, basically how to make a living working for yourself by buying and selling stuff. We're going to take you to the places that you can go and find this stuff, how to research and find out what's even worth picking up. Then, the process of getting it listed on the internet, therefore taking pictures, like proper pictures, how to write descriptions, how to market things, how to sell it, and then the shipping process, literally the whole process of doing this. I'm going to be doing that in a whole series coming up in this year. So if you are interested in that, consider subscribing. So, that way you can make some money. Who doesn't like money? But in this video, I'm going to show you start to finish on how to do an item that I already have laying around my house, because that's probably the most common thing that's going to get you guys started. So I'm going to take a look around here. I still have a bunch of stuff left over from when I had the store. Again, if you guys don't know that I own the store, there's a video, I'll link it somewhere around here. You can check out, and the reason why I still have some inventory. It's kind of an interesting story if you want to check it out. But I have some inventory left over from that business, so now I'm going to take it and I'm going to show you some ways to sell it, and some alternative ways other than eBay. Everyone knows about eBay. You've probably been on there, you've probably bought and stuff all the time, and now you're probably thinking, how can I sell on eBay? eBay is great, but there's some better alternatives. But for this video, I am going to list it on eBay, just for simplicity's sake, just because that's probably the most common for people that are wanting to get into this sort of thing. But I'll list a few alternatives as well. So let's enough talking about this. How about we actually just get started? Let's just do it. Okay, you ready? Let's go. All right, so let's take a look around the studio and see if I can find some things to sell. Over here, all that stuff right here, this is leftovers from when I owned my store. So I think I should start there. Let's do something simple. Here we go. Star Wars Vulture Droid Series 2. Probably not that expensive. It's probably like $8, $9, maybe $10. I'm going to take some photos of this and show you the process on how that actually works, because there is a process you got to think of. So the best part is when you're working from home, it's sweatpants all day long, 24/7. Don't have to worry about getting dressed. Only reason why I'm wearing this shirt is because I was on camera. So yeah, anyway, how about we shoot some photos? Got my trusty boards. If you guys have not seen this video, I will link it somewhere on the screen for you, or the link will be in the description. It'll be somewhere. Look around, guys. But these are the same boards that are on this wall that I'm going to use this as a base to take the photos and then shoot photos. This is not the camera I'll be using, but it'll give you the idea of what I'm going for. So what I'm going to be using for these photos is this like sniper rifle looking thing. Like, this is the Nikon D810, which you saw in the last video, and I have my Tamron 70-200, which you saw on the last video as well. You don't have to use this setup. You could actually use your phone. And I will do a separate video entirely on how to do it with just your phone, 100% start to finish. That's how I actually started. But for the sake of this video, shoot it with this. So when I'm shooting these photos, things I'm keeping in mind is this. I'm not trying to take the most professional looking photo, even though I am using this, but there's a reason for it, because it's super high megapixels and I can get in there with the fine detail. Now what I mean by not professional looking is stock photos. I do not want my items to look like stock photos. Now you may be wondering, why would you not want your photos to look like stock photos? I see them on Amazon all the time. It's because people want to know what the item actually looks like. If it looks like a stock photo, they're just going to think it's exactly just that. That is not the item that I'm actually going to receive. So you still want it to look professional, but not so professional where it looks like it's faked. I'm cutting in because I really wasn't clarifying a particular detail. What this actually applies to mainly is items like, you know, used items or one-of-a-kind type items that you're buying and selling, like Lego product or action figure or you know, camera equipment, toys, whatever it may be, where you don't necessarily want to have stock photo looking photos. Now, the difference between that and using stock photos is if you have a business where you sell clothing or stuff that you're creating, then it's different. Then you would want to use something super professional like a stock photo looking thing. But if you're selling things that are kind of unique, one-off type stuff, you don't really want to do stock photos. People want to know what they're buying. Now when I'm taking the photos, I'm trying to show the actual item. So if it has a crease, if it has a dent, if it's got a blemish, a crack, whatever it may be, you need to show that. So that's where this baby comes into handy, because I can really get up into the details and show people the detail of the item. You can do that with the phone again, but I'm gonna save that for another day. I don't always just use the 70-200. I use a variety of different lenses while I was shooting it. But the moral of the story is make sure you're showcasing the item in its all its glory, all its detail. You know, doing different angles and showcasing the flaws if it does have any. That's really it. Now I'm gonna take these photos that I just took and I'm gonna put them in the computer and show you a quick little how I edit them and whatnot. All right, we are here in Lightroom. Here we go. Now that I'm in Lightroom, this is what I've done to the photos. Imported them and did some quick tweaks. Just did a crop in. I boosted the brightness a little bit, did a little bit of contrast, but it looks relatively like it does in real life, other than the price tag, because that's a like really fluorescent neon lime green, and that's really hard to capture. So spoiler alert, off camera, I reshot the picture because it was just a little too dark, the background. So I just did a top down shot and I flipped the boards over because they're not staying on that side. And it looks great. This is super basic style photo that anyone can do, even on your phone. But with a DSLR, high megapixels, like look how far I can zoom into the photo, and it's still super sharp. That's what you want, sharpness. The phone, you can do it pretty good, but yeah. But now, when you upload these to eBay, eBay does compress them a little bit, so you lose some of the detail. Again, that's why you want to use a higher megapixel, because even a compressed version of it is still gonna give you a nice looking picture. I only needed to take 2 photos, front and back, because it's pretty self-explanatory. It's brand new, it's never been opened. That's all you need to do. Now, let's go list them on eBay. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, now we are in eBay. Let's find the item and see what's worth. Here is how you do it properly. We're gonna type in Lego Micro Fighters. That's what it is. And it was series 2. And we go through here and then we're gonna look. And you may be like, oh, cool, those are like 5, 13, 50 bucks for all those. Wow. $25, it goes for so much, it's worth a whole bunch. You are incorrect. Well, maybe you could be. The proper way to actually find out what something is worth is you type that in, it pulls up. These are active listings. These are for people that want to buy the items. As a seller, you don't really care what people are necessarily asking for. You want to know what people are paying for it, right? So, because you could ask $1,000 for something, you're not going to get it. I mean, you could, I guess, depending on what it was, but for this, you ain't gonna get it. So what you do is you come on over to the side left here, and there's other settings and search parameters that you can choose from. And you wanna scroll all the way down here to show only and select sold items. Now, these are items that have already been sold, and you wanna see what the current pricing for things are going for. Now, we gotta find ours. Oh, there's one for $11.49 plus $5 shipping. So that's a start. $10 free shipping. 10, 11. Okay, so now we have a baseline. Now we're gonna take the average. So I tend to start kind of more on the middle high section, more towards the high, but not the highest, but definitely not the lowest, because you can always lower the price as it goes. So I think I'm gonna I'll start mine at 15 bucks, $5 shipping. Realistically, I'm probably only gonna get 15 total, but I'm trying to get 20 bucks. Might as well try. So what I would do then is come on over here. It says here, sell one like this. Now that's how I've always done it. I've clicked on that one because half of the work is already done. The category selections and some other things. It's like it's already done. The title stays the same, and then you can just kind of tweak it to your needs. Once you click on that, it brings you to the information page. Remember, some of it's already pre-filled out, like the title, the category, and some other stuff. All right, so this is what I have. This is the title that I ended up going with. Vulture, Lego Star Wars, and the number. That number is the Lego set number. Every Lego set has a product number on it. So you can easily find those. And then Volta Droid new /seal because it's brand new. Here's the pictures. The UPC code is sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's mandatory. Sometimes it's not. You get an error otherwise, but I always tend to do does not apply. And it is new, so I check that. And then here is the pictures. You can have up to 12 pictures, I believe, and you can add more, and it just costs more for the listing, but you get 12 included. And then this stuff right here was already pre-filled out because I chose the sell one like this option. And then description. In this case, it doesn't really matter what you put, as long as you put something. It's pretty self-explanatory since it is a brand new sealed in the box item. There's not much more you can even say about it. I mean, if it had dents or cracks or any sort of things, this is where you would put it in. Make sure you describe it to a T. eBay buyers they know how to work the system. I don't really like eBay. I don't think I've mentioned that so far yet. I'm not a big fan of eBay. I kind of hate it, but everyone knows it. It's kind of the standard, and I'm forced to sell on it. But there's other avenues that I'll talk to you about in just a few minutes that you could, other alternatives. But description, in this case, super bland, super easy, brand new, never opened Lego set. It's like, that's really all it is. The pictures are kind of self-explanatory at this point. I tend to always do fixed pricing because auctions, I don't know, it's just, I guess it depends on the item. I always do buy it now. This is where I'm putting in the price, 15 bucks. And then quantity, got one. And so then you come down here. Now this is where you would put in your PayPal information. This is where you would put in your email address that is linked to your PayPal account. And that's where the money will be sent to. And then for me personally, I always do immediate payment required because sometimes people buy it and then just never pay for it. And that's not fun. So if they want to buy it, they buy it right on the spot. So I usually have that checked. Sales tax, if you're a business, you can put that in there. Now, shipping. This is where my years of experience have come in. I know just by looking at something what it's going to cost for shipping. You may not know that. This is where you will have to kind of trial by error sometimes. I know priority mail is going to cost anywhere from 8 to 10 bucks, regardless of what the item is. That's just the base price. You could select first class shipping and charge like $2 to $3 because first class is super cheap, but it's under a pound or up to a pound now. It was 13 ounces, but I think it's 16 now. But you have to ship in a plain envelope or plain box. I don't think I have any boxes that this will fit in that are plain, and I do not want to put this in an envelope because it can get crushed in shipment, and then you don't want to deal with that. And then you can hit save as draft preview or list item. I want to list item. And that is it. It goes up for listing, and then you can just go on about your day, or you can list some more stuff. You can spend a whole day doing this with this sort of thing. It's not a lot of work, but it's a lot of small little tedious steps that you have to remember to do. So a few other alternatives to eBay is Facebook, Craigslist, OfferUp. Those are I'd say the big three that I would suggest as an alternative to eBay. And my favorite one to sell on is actually Facebook. Facebook Marketplace, or Facebook groups. If you're in any sort of groups or whatnot, you can join specific ones, like a Lego group, for instance, since that's the item that we're selling. There's a lot of Lego groups you could join, and they buy, sell, and trade. Now, you don't necessarily get full price or full worth out of them, but you can sell things quicker because people are on there looking for deals. You usually don't have to worry about people trying to scam or rip you off as much, that the risk is a lot lower because you're dealing with an actual face and an actual profile there's a little bit more of a less scammy. I mean, obviously there's still a lot of scammy people out there, even on Facebook, but in my experience, there's a lot less. Now, another way you could sell it is Facebook Live. If you've known me from my previous videos, Facebook Live, credible. Awesome. I mean, there was times where I was doing shows that I was bringing in 15, 18, close to $2,000 a night just selling things on Facebook Live. Literally like an 1.5 to 2 hour show I was doing. It's pretty good profit. So if you're interested in doing something like that, I'll be doing a lot more tutorial videos and setup videos on how to even do that. Now, you can do Craigslist, meeting up in person, but typically Craigslist is more like people trying to buy and flip themselves. It's a good place to do that. So you deal with a lot of lowballers. OfferUp, I've actually had some great success on OfferUp, but again, you have to physically go meet these people. So if you don't want to do that, probably not the best ones for you. Facebook is both, I would say. You can meet up with people, but you can also just ship the stuff out. I always just prefer shipping because then it's on my own time. I don't have to like schedule out times and meet people. Unless they're friends, you know, that's different. But there we go. Now that it's up for sale, now all we have to do is wait for it to sell.
A few moments later.
All right, so this is kind of crazy. It's sold already. Yes. That was pretty quickly, actually. Typically when I list stuff, it has happened before where I was listing it and it sold within like 30 seconds of me listing it, but typically it takes at least a couple of days before I sell anything on eBay. But this was pretty quick. Less than 24 hours later, boom, the item sold, which is great because it means I don't have to, that means I can put this video out a lot sooner, having to wait for it to sell. Because literally I took a gamble by choosing an item and was really reliant on selling that item. This whole video could have been a wash. It worked out. Yes. So now I'm going to show you the process on how to ship the item. I mean, it's pretty basic. A lot of people don't know this though. I mean, even in Facebook groups that people buy, sell, and trade on there, they still don't understand that you can do this within PayPal and also eBay. You can ship directly through PayPal if you decide to ship something that was outside of eBay. But even on eBay, you can ship there, and it's a discount. Print the label from home and then drop it off at a mailbox or the post office, or you can even have them pick it up at your house and never even have to leave. So there's no excuse for it, and it's a discount. I think eBay gets like 18-20% discount or something like that. Maybe not that much. It might be less. It might be like 12%. Either way, it's a discount. You're saving money by doing it this way. If you take it to the post office, you're gonna pay a hell of a lot more. Enough ranting. Let's get over and box this up. It's simple. I mean, who doesn't know how to box something up? But I guess there might be people out there, so I'm just gonna show you anyway. Again, working from home. You wear sweatpants, baby. For packing material, I actually use, where is it? I use these. These are actually mailing envelopes that the post office provides. They're free. They're Tabit, super durable, waterproof, and I actually use these for packing material. Put it in there. Bloop. There's enough material around it, I may just get by with one. Yeah, I'll put another one in there. I don't have to worry about the bottom because the bottom has all this extra padding, but the top isn't as secure, so I'm just going to take another one, kind of ruffle it up a bit, just in there. There you go, back in a box 101. Now, I always shake it. What you're hearing is the Legos inside the actual sealed box shifting around. I'm checking to see if the box is rattling, and it's not moving at all. It's pretty solid and secure. Don't have to worry about getting damaged. Probably really bad for my teeth. That's it. Now I go over to the computer and print the label within eBay. eBay has a section. I would show you that, but that has all the information for my address and also the buyer's address. So I don't want to show you guys that. It wouldn't be good. All right, I don't want to show you this side because it has the information on it. But here is the label. Cut it out. There's the label. It goes onto the box, and then you just tape it on. Ah, this is too thick. Oh, let it go down. Boom! Label's on the box, and now it's ready to, I keep knocking things down. That's what you keep hearing back there. And now we're done. We're off to the races. Actually, we're off to the post office, but same thing. Well, there you go. That was it. That's pretty simple. I mean, anybody can do it. Yes, it can be tedious to keep doing that repetition over and over and over again, repeating that for, 10, 15, or even hundreds of items. It can definitely add up quick as far as work. That's why it's a full-time job. But then again, you're working for yourself. You're doing just stuff, you're getting rid of it. Instead of donating it to these other places, you are now making the money. You can spend that money on whatever, vacations, extra stuff, or as what a lot of people in my field would do, is they would sell to fund their habits, such as collecting. They'd sell their things and then buy new things and still have money left over. So basically they got that thing they wanted for free. Thank you for watching. If you guys really like this video and want to see more of this type of content, leave a comment below. I'd love to know your feedback. And don't worry, there's going to be a huge series coming along just on this. But if you guys want to know specifics, leave some comments below and I'm sure I can make something happen for you. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and click that bell because you know you don't want to miss my next video. Trust me. Trust me, I got some great stuff coming that you do not want to miss. I'm just another Chris, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya. Joby GorillaPod. Is it dead? How I lost my $4,000 camera. The camera, while I was filming, was just slowly dipping down. This really isn't worth the investment because there's a chance it could fail.